Episode 3, Flex Friday.
Oh, it's the last day of the week. It's Friday. Right, yeah, today is Friday. It's the last day of the week. It's his second upper body day of the week. Now, with all team sport athletes and guys like Alex's size and what he does for a living, he's got to hit people, run away from people and get hit at the same time. We need to put some mass on. We need to keep mass on. So what we do in terms of the cumulative effect of the week, we save Friday for all of our big bodybuilding type movements. We've kept that in for as long as possible this year because we know that when the time comes to go back into performance because of the pandemic, that training is going to spike up massively and there's not going to be enough time for it. So we've continued to build mass in specific areas for him and quote unquote, it's Flex Friday.
Static explosive med ball throws, so overcoming starting strength explosive power for the upper body with some reactive rotational throwing. Then we're moving into fast contract relax accelerative strength work on the bench with banded. The same applies to chins, and then so that's our performance side of our upper body hit today, and then the rest of it is just clanging and banging, heavy weights, lifting, getting big.
Feeling the way that I'm feeling myself. Fuck everyone else. Gotta remember that nobody's better than anyone else here. Do you need some time to think it over? Look what they do to you. Look what they do to me. You must be joking if you think that either one is free here. Get up off your knees, girl. Stand face to face with your God. Hey.
had?
He's definitely ahead of the curve. I don't think he doesn't set himself up on tradition. You know, he's very well read. And he's very practical. You know, you get a lot of guys who are just speed coaches. You get a lot of guys who are just really good at getting you strong in the gym. But he knows how to marry the two. And for me, that's so important in sport, because it's all well and good me being able to single leg squat 200 kilograms and look really good on an Instagram vid. But at what point will that sort of stuff translate to the field? You know, because that's how I get paid. I don't get paid for squatting, I get paid for playing. So I find he's really, really good at marrying the two and just producing results. You know, that's why I'm here. You know, bottom line, me and him are really, really close now. But I came to him for results, and he keeps providing them. So that's why I'm still here. I mean, for the young people out there trying to get into sport and what you're thinking, the first piece of advice I would say is play as many sports as you can. I honestly think that has probably been the biggest determining factor maybe of my athleticism, is I played every sport I could. From basketball, tennis, cricket, rugby, football, athletics. I was always outside, jumping over fences and climbing trees and all that sort of stuff. So just be active, I think. And then if you eventually do get good enough at one sport, all those other things would have helped you out, and you'd be a far better athlete for it. And as you do get a little bit older and you think maybe professional sport is something you want to do, just go for it. Don't leave any regrets. Give it your absolute everything. You know, if it's your dream, don't let anything or anybody talk you out of it, stand in your way, because it's your life, you know, and you can live it however the hell you want. And just get after it, you know. See that vision clearly in your head. You know, it needs to be the first thing you think about waking up and the last thing you think about going to sleep. And if you put the work in between those two times, then you might end up in a pretty good place.
What sort of challenges have you faced going alone?
The challenges I face going alone is scarcity. Like, you know, it's my TV show. People are bitches. People are assholes. They're protective. They're scared. They're afraid of someone who just wants to help, which is counterintuitive anyway. And what they do is they get threatened by someone who's outside the system, operating and producing results. I don't want their jobs. I'm not here to take their jobs. I just want to do my own job. And with that, I've met, and not everyone's that way, but I have the people that I've met that allow me to work with their players privately outside of their system is fantastic. I have great relationships with them. We track and trace loads, like they understand. And that's really good, but on the other side there's people that I can't tell anyone that I work with in fear that they will get judged and ultimately lose their contracts because they're searching for the answers that their environments aren't giving them, and if they find it with me, that's fine. And then also, you know, some of the other challenges is that with the team sport athletes that I work with, they're running to the ground. They do too much. And there's a fear-based driver in team sports that they're never doing enough, because coaches aren't coaches, they're just organisers. And within that, they then cannot impart and empower people to make decisions, so they have to make them do everything over and over again just so they're satisfied. They're not imparting information, which coaching is. And so then they're accumulating high amounts of volume, high amounts of load, and then they end up getting hurt. I actually got called up by a team whose coaches thought that I hurt their player during a pre-season campaign, and I hadn't seen him for 3 months because I sent him back and told him I wasn't going to work with him whilst he was in pre-season, because it was important that he was in pre-season. So when you're getting those sorts of phone calls coming through, it's crazy that there's a lack of accountability and passing the buck across everything. So that's a huge challenge. And then also getting your name around and getting your name out and just doing all those things when you're not trying to be too social media sleazy and be cheap, because no one wants integrity. No one wants humility. Everyone wants fast likes and quick sales, but what you need is longevity. And if your standards of performance are high enough and your intent is high enough, then it should always come. But you know, scarcity is a big one. I've had people hide equipment from me in venues. I've had people slander me on the internet. I've had people do all sorts of things. And it's just because, and now I take it as a compliment, really. You know, we're doing some great things, and sooner or later these people cannot ignore me. They will not ignore me. They may hate me, but they will respect me. So if you want to see more of this content, make sure you like, share and subscribe. Drop a comment in. You can do it with me. Come and sit down, you're doing it with me.
It's all about me?
It's Alex, yeah, this is Alex. Right, we've got to tell them to like, share, comment, subscribe.
Retweet,
Insta hashtags. Get it.
Any payment details?
Payment details, PayPal. You know what you got to do.
All major credit cards are accepted.
Yeah, that's it. Subscriptions. Happy days. So, like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow him on Instagram at Alexander the Great. I'm Coach Sportland. Peace.